Welcome back to Real Health. Thanks so much for staying with us. Slowing down aging is a recurring theme, not only on Real Health, but around the world. Let's face it, we'd all like to age gracefully and a little bit slower, but our environment, poor nutrition, frenetic lifestyles, and oxidative stress have accelerated the pace of aging. And so in the Real Health Medicine Cabinet, we found glutathione. It's been discovered to be a game changer when it comes to slowing down the aging process. But before we unpack this product, we have to find out what glutathione actually is. So we have with us natural health practitioner Rory Jean-Jacques to discuss glutathione and the role that it plays in anti-aging. It's actually become a buzz term in aesthetic circles because it makes people glow.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you can see, I'm glowing.
You are.
So definitely, I use glutathione. There are multiple applications of it. It's come into vogue as such a powerful health promoter, anti-ager, immune support, detoxification.
So how does this link to aging? Because what's happening in the aging process?
So the higher your oxidative stress, the lower your glutathione, the faster you rust. The faster you age.
The faster you wrinkle, yeah.
So you look at the people that smoke and have very, very poor lifestyles, they can look 20 years older. It's because they're oxidative stress, because everything, how your body produces elastin and how your skin and your eyes and that general sense of well-being is much, much lower because your antioxidant status is much, much lower.
Okay. Just to outline the aging process for us, what exactly is happening on a physiological level, on a biochemical level as well? What constitutes aging?
So as we start to get older, our body's ability to replicate the cells that it used to starts to slow down. So we don't produce our skin cells as fast as we used to. The way the body turns over and repairs itself starts to slow down, and couple that with stress and toxicity and a range of other types of things. That repair process can really slow, and that's what starts happening. We start to get slower. Cognitive.
We start to move slower.
Start to move slower. Start to talk slower. Start to everything doesn't function the way that it almost has sort of a lifespan. And that also has to do with the way our DNA replicates.
Yes.
So that
in fact, touch on like the telomeres.
So they talk about telomeres. So you basically, if you look at the telomeres, the end of your shoelace, and what happens is like the shoelace frays. So what happens is the telomeres, which is basically the expression, and it's basically like a candle that's just getting less and less and less and less, and by the time that telomeres, that's you. Your DNA, that's you've expired. The end of your telomere. So there are things like resveratrol and other types of things that you can take which slow down how the telomeres shrink and can actually lengthen your telomeres.
Yes.
So we can actually live longer.
Exercise lengthens your telomeres as well.
Exercise, and there's something also called TA65, which is also something that's been shown, and you can actually check your biological DNA level. So you could say I was 45 before this, now it's saying on a DNA level I'm 33. And these are the tests, some of the tests that you can do. So from an aging point of view, everything, your body can't repair the way that it used to. So your joints, you don't repair the collagen that you need to. So you start to look older. You start to feel older. You can't recover from gym as quickly as you used to. You don't build and maintain muscle. You don't build and maintain bone mass. And one of the main things was always the aesthetics. I'm starting to get fine lines and wrinkles.
To sag,
Exactly. And then other factors like with our immune system and our ability to respond, also our ability to absorb nutrition becomes an issue. Our intestinal lining, you don't absorb food as well as you did as you start to get older.
And stress also shortens your telomeres as well.
Stress is one of the things that will age you probably the fastest. And very, very poor quality diet, eating refined foods, and your exposure to excessive amounts of lifestyle like alcohol or even fried foods, because it becomes such an oxidant. Will damage your DNA and will damage how your body can repair itself.
In fact, I mentioned that exercise can lengthen telomeres, but there's a caveat there, because too much exercise then can end up stressing the body and shortening the telomeres.
All about balance. So you've got to listen to your body. 20 to 30 minutes, get the blood moving, get the circulation going, get the endorphins moving, but not 2.5 hours. you know, because that's going to increase your stress hormone levels, it's going to increase inflammation, it's going to impact your immune system. So everything's about balance. How much you sleep, what you eat, quality water. So moderation and balance is one of the most important things. In Chinese medicine, which is something that I've studied, we talk about the balance of yin and yang and hot and cold and stuff. So everything's about balance.
So what is the Chinese philosophy or Chinese medicine philosophy to aging?
So they came up with some amazing tonics over the years, like reishi mushroom and cordyceps mushroom for anti-aging, and there were always these fountains of youth tonics and things like that. So they've got a very particular philosophy on you need to look after your bone marrow, and you need to look after the health of your kidneys, which is adrenals, you know, and that affects how your eyesight and your hearing and your hair, and you know, so aging I have a particular interest in because I want to live till 200.
We all do, right?
so I have, you know, it's such a fascinating subject, but there's so much that we can do in terms of lifestyle and key supplementations that can extend our lives and give us quality of life.
Well, you mentioned oxidative stress, and that obviously requires antioxidants, and the master antioxidant is glutathione.
Absolutely. It is the king of antioxidants, the grandmother of all antioxidants, and it is the one that is absolutely central to anti-aging, detoxification, and inhibiting oxidative stress, far superior than to any others. It likes to exist in a family, so it does, like all the other types of antioxidants, but that work with it, that help it to be recycled, like vitamin A and C and E and things like that. Resveratrol is also quite important, which we get from red wine, so that can be for healthier aging.
See, not too much, just a little.
Absolutely. So glutathione is, if you want to age gracefully and you want to have optimal health, glutathione is probably the most important antioxidant. Your body can make its own, it does make its own, but there's so many factors, nutritional deficiencies and dietary changes and, you know, toxins and stuff like that, which really impact our levels in our system. So if we can supplement with an exogenous source and allow our body to recycle it and make more, it will make the most amazing shift to your health.
Well, speaking of a supplement, we at Real Health would also like to age slower, and so in the Real Health medicine cabinet, we found and tried Glutathione 500, the master anti-aging and detoxification antioxidant. Rory, why 500? Why Glutathione 500?
So we 500 milligrams of a specific form of glutathione per capsule. There's always been a great debate about whether it was absorbed orally. There was a major clinical study done at Penn State University by the preeminent expert on glutathione in America, and they've proven this particular form of glutathione is orally absorbed, retained and used in the body. So your blood levels go up, your white blood cell counts go up. So the big issue has always been absorption. And you will notice the differences when you use this. You do start to detox. You notice improvements in your energy levels. So Glutathione 500 is the specific dose amount of it, and we use a particular form of very high quality glutathione that comes from Japan called Setria glutathione. And this has been clinically studied.
How is that manufactured? How is it?
It's done through a patented, very, very, very specific fermentation process, and they create an extremely pure, high quality ingredient. And it's been through clinical studies where it showed skin lightening, it showed improvements in your white blood cell counts, improvements in whole blood.
Fantastic. Okay, so it's one capsule twice a day, morning or late afternoon, or morning and late afternoon on an empty stomach.
On an empty stomach so that it can get absorbed, doesn't have to compete with food. I take 2 in the morning on an empty stomach, and I've been absolutely amazed at how I've felt on this.
And is there anything else that you should avoid taking when you're on it, or other...
So there shouldn't be any contraindications with medications. You just will get detox symptoms while you're on it, depending on... So you always start on a much lower dosage, maybe half a capsule or 1 capsule a day. So you know, people that are asthmatic or have low blood pressure or sensitive to sulfur just need to be aware of the product.
What type of detox symptoms can people experience?
Headaches, achy joints,
flu-like symptoms.
Flu-like symptoms, but without the sinus and sore throat and stuff like that.
Bit of a rash or not really?
Some people can get get skin outbreaks.
Okay.
Okay. But the symptoms can be so varied. You know, malaise, tiredness, moodiness, wanting to sleep all the time. You know, you just need to keep your water intake up while you're on it. Push through that, and you should feel much better after
And then
that.
how long should one supplement with it and before you sort of teeter off and then bring it back in
So it really
again?
depends on what you want to use it for.
Okay.
If you're just using it for anti-aging, you can just take one a day on a daily basis.
And
as
then
a
just
maintenance.
maintain that dose,
But practitioners or people that want to treat something specific, like ADD or autism, or they're getting sick regularly, or they need to improve their detoxification status because they find that they have coffee and then they can't in the morning and they can't sleep at night. You have a detoxification challenge.
Okay.
You know, so that would be advised under a practitioner.
Yes.
So you can maybe run it for a month or 2 months, 3 months, see how you feel, take a break and see how you feel off it and see if it's something that you would like to have as part of your daily regime.
You mentioned people that don't tolerate sulfur very. So my mom's allergic to sulfur.
Yes.
She would have to start slow. Is it something that she should avoid altogether? Or under obviously the guidance of a practitioner?
Yes, so a lot of people that are sensitive to sulfur can still use it. But they, because it's sulfur containing. So if sometimes people use, like if they could drink red wine and they're fine,
yes.
you know, because it contains sulfites.
Yes.
You know, or they eat dried fruit, it also contains sulfites.
Yeah.
So I would start them on almost like a third of a capsule and see how they feel.
Okay.
When you start on it, you need to start on very low doses, because you are going to detox,
yes.
and you're going to feel really not great for a couple of days because all of this backed up toxicity, and almost 95% of people have compromised glutathione. When you're a child, your glutathione levels are on point. You have energy, you know, you're functional, that's why your skin looks so great. Glutathione drops by 10% per decade. So by the time you're 60 to 70, your glutathione levels, and they found that with senior people, people in hospitals, their glutathione levels are very low.
Okay, awesome. And then where can people get it?
So it's available at health shops, all leading health shops, independent pharmacies across the country, and on neogenhealth.com.
Fantastic. We always love having you on the show. We learned so much by having you on the show. So thanks to Rory for joining us. After the break, we discuss ways